ever seen a paperclip, a rubber band, and a pair of chopsticks and thought to yourself, I could make a rudimentary helicopter out of those things? Chances are, like me, you grew up watching MacGyver.
Yeah, now on the other hand, some people may only know MacGyver from references in The Simpsons, like, don't thank me, thank the moon's gravitational pull. But either way, you're probably going to be aware that MacGyver was a guy who ran around during the 80s, getting into adventures and stopping bad guys with a roll of gaffer tape and a Swiss Army knife.
And a mullet.
Yes.
Never forget MacGyver's mullet.
It's impossible to forget the mullet.
Amazing.
Now, you've got to remember now, he's actually made the transition into comics.
He has.
With a new 5-issue miniseries with Image called Fugitive Gauntlet.
The series is written by Tony Lee with Lee David Zlotoff, who, incidentally, created the character of MacGyver for the TV series. So I was pretty confident going in that it was going to be a faithful adaptation.
Yeah, and did you feel that way having finished reading it?
Yes and no. It did have that kind of punchy pace that the TV series has, with Mac pretty much being thrown into danger from the first page. You find out that there is a price on his head, which is $7 million. That's fine, but it goes down every day by 1 million, so it keeps that pace up.
Yeah, I actually did think that was a good way of manufacturing a kind of an urgency to the story.
Yeah, now add to that ducking Interpol, as you do, and also trying to find a guy who's stolen some top secret biological information that just happens to have been written by Mac's college professor.
Yeah. Don't question it.
Don't question it. It's
MacGyver.
MacGyver.
Go with it. It's MacGyver. MacGyver. You got to go with it. And the thing is, there's a lot going on in here, and most of it was pretty good. I quite enjoyed it. I mean, you even get to see a couple of times he's doing his classic trademark jury rigging of various things.
You got to. It's MacGyver.
Yeah, he's describing the whole thing as he's doing it, and this is how I'm making a bomb out of jelly beans. Seriously, that's in there. So I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, but if there is something that lets this comic down, it's the artwork.
Okay, the art is, well,
it's bad. Look, let's not mince words. I don't want to be a jerk here, but it's not good. I mean, we got Will Sliney, Sliney. Not sure about the pronunciation, but he did the pencils and the inks for this, and I was not impressed. I really wasn't. I mean, the character models are blocky, a bit ugly, the backgrounds are mostly empty, and he has this unfortunate habit of shading in people's noses so they look like koalas.
It's true.
What's that about?
That was weird, but the thing that annoyed me the most was, why did MacGyver have stubble?
That's what bothered you.
Yes, MacGyver is a clean-faced American action star. He does not have stubble.
Okay.
I'll deal with the fact that they got rid of the mullet.
Yeah.
Fine. We're putting MacGyver into a new kind of territory.
It's contemporary.
I could cope with that. That was fine, but not the stubble. Okay. There was a saving grace in the artwork for me, which was Kieran Lucas, who does the colours for it. I think he did a beautiful job. It was a really rich, varied palette, and really appropriate for everything that went on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the colours were good.
Some of my favourite panels were just the colours.
It didn't save it from the bland visuals. I gotta say, that it wasn't enough to save it. I'm really much of two minds with this one, I think there was a lot in here that I really enjoyed, but I've got to wonder, is that because I grew up watching this?
Exactly.
How is somebody who's never seen MacGyver going to respond to this series?
I kind of think the same way. Like, MacGyver was such a huge influence on my childhood. I wanted to be MacGyver, basically. So coming against this comic, I really loved it, but that artwork really drops it down. For me, it makes it a borrow, a nostalgic MacGyver borrow.
Okay.
I'll check it out still.
All right, well, look, I'm giving it a borrow as well, but wait for the trade borrow, certainly.
It's only 5 issues, so you can do that.
It's not going to be too hard to wait, but I think there's a lot in there. It looks like it's going to be fun, but I get the feeling it's not going to be worth more than a couple of reads. So I'm definitely giving it a borrow at best. And even then, gotta say, that's coming from somebody who watched this stuff growing up. So if you've never seen MacGyver, it's possible you may have to downshift that to a berry. Nostalgic borrow or no MacGyver berry. Yeah. Oh, don't bury MacGyver. It's just a partial, it's like up to the waist. He'll get out. It's MacGyver. He'll always get out. With a popsicle stick. Yeah. And a spoon. And a paperclip. Nice.